Hello, everybody. We are still without camera tonight, so this screen here doesn't really make much sense, but we need to get that resolved soon. Been running into some issues with my machine, and I think they're all related. So there's an own issue, something I've had to work around for a while, and I think it's not coming to head. So I'm going to need to get a new motherboard and processor soon. Excuse me. But it's everything else still works though, so we'll see how long. And if I can still stream, I'm going to go ahead and keep doing that. But go ahead and start off with the music. Start off with some casuals, everything around me.
What that model want? More context? Nah. Don't burn another million tokens on that. Check the cache. Prompt cached. Embeddings cache. Ready's down. Damn.
Ooh.
Word up. Cache rules everything around me. All my Vibecoders, agent runners, rag hustlers, back-end engineers, and everybody staring at that API bill. Check it, check it. Cache rules everything around me. R-E-A-M, say them tokens. Cache, 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 picture. Cache rules everything around me. R-E-A-M, skip that model. Cache, 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 yo, yo. Came up on the server side, request and response side. Every little page load taking Postgres for a joyride. Young dev, no cache. Every request hit the stack database.
I've got a couple of sites here. I've got the oh right, I just restarted this, so it's not going to
just to change one button. Agent thinking deeply like it's solving nuclear fusion. $20 later, same damn div, and the model probably tells me
I've improved it.
you did? Then an old head told me, boy, you thinking all wrong. If you asked it once already, why you paying all along? Cash that prompt, cash that tool, cash embed.
All right. So this is paused. I just need to restart it. Rules everything around me. R-E-A-M. Rules everything around me. R-E-A-M. Oh, so this is the Astro site. But every little question doesn't need another fetch. Hashtag context or results. No, it's still valid. Cause your beautiful agent loop can bankrupt you automatic. Cache hit, beautiful. And then we built another one to test Next.js. So this is Astro, all the content living in the repo. So look on the content, I should say content or edit as files in the repo. And then if I come back to this other one, I've got this D11 S&P testing, which is I forget what S&P was. Oh yeah, SiteMaker Pro. Duh. But this is a Drupal 11 and Next.js site. So you got Drupal 11 on the back end, Next.js on the front end. Oh, right. Also got new settings here, I think. Which site on Netlify?
When exactly should we invalidate the session?
Anyway, on Netlify, run MCP, on runs production. So Drupal needs a host that runs a database. Netlify. Yeah, so Netlify wouldn't be that. See, I need to have a place that does both, which is Pantheon. There's some changes I need to make there. Let's see what the start process looks like again. Let's just call this SiteMaker Pro. EAM. Rules everything around me. CREAM. To build a website for SiteMaker Pro. Its application. Please review the entire application and use these logos for this application. Create a Next.js website.
Run MCP. Run MCP. Run MCP. Run MCP. Yeah. Check the build.
Is the job to get them signed up and building? Or to explain to the quarter audience what it even is? It's them signed up and building.
Back in the days when the stack stayed simple. One app, one server, one database symbol. Now it's 12 services, queues in the middle. Nobody knows why, but the
Button.
diagram looks official. Yo, you remember when deployment FTP? Yeah, drag that folder.
Think, download, and use right away. They will need to have an AI account, either ChatGPT or Claude, but preferably both. Yeah, I gotta get this computer fixed. I think the issues that I've been running into have been like cascading, and it's just been worse and worse. Like probably about a month ago, I had the whole, or a little longer now, probably like 2 months ago, I had the network card just fail, just stop working, died, and had USB ports that have been like flaking out for a while, and like today it just like last night while I was on stream, like everything just kind of crapped out on me. So these have been issues that I've been facing for a while, and of course, as soon as I start, doing live streaming and get back into content, and it fails, which is fine. I mean, I had to fail sometimes, so I think I'm going to be able to get away with just using getting a new processor and a new motherboard. Hopefully, I don't have to format my machine, but probably will have to. Wait, so it's a download, not a sign up. You want people to yes. Yes, it's a download. Binary.
All systems operational.
Ideally, I would have this set up through all three. It'd be set up through like the Apple Store, Windows, or probably just.
Production says unhandled.
Yes.
Okay, engineering rule number 42. If the ticket says then it isn't true. Rule 43. Anything marked 1 hour takes most of the day. Rule 44. Don't detour late Friday unless you hate weekends and prefer paying your way.
They should be able to create a website and be viewing it within 10 minutes. For content, what else? Oh, the tool they download handles all of it with AI. Dummy.
How many files? Why is it 400? Now AI entered in the memes got new. Agent says done, but you know what to do. Read the diff first. Don't trust that grin. It fixed the bug by deleting the function it was in. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I know. Stop agreeing with me and just fix the code. Prompt says scope, agent says cool. Then rewrites off and installs 14.
Fair enough. From the visitor's point of view, the promise is say what you want, get a site. Yeah, pretty much. The AI account is the only thing they have to bring. True. I'll write it the way you tell me. Unless you tell me otherwise. Developers? Developers? Site owners? Anyone who needs to build a website from novice to professional.
Why you laughing? Because QA found it again. Run MCP. Run MCP. Run MCP agent mode. Terminal check, context connector, MCP server, repo inspector. Better warn them, model getting hot. Gave it one tool, now it's calling a lot. Too many tabs, don't need them.
No, this is an AI tool meant for everyone. The site can only really speak to one person at a time. Developers do the boring parts. It's like, shut the fuck up and listen to me. I gotta check this thing soul indie. Fuck that bitch out of there. Sure enough, everyone it is. Yes. The brand new app you God. New app, you moron. We need the website so we can get people using it. All of the sites are test sites or existing sites. Alright, yeah, I gotta definitely change this brand new. Nothing to show. Just make the goddamn demo site. You have a got previews of my existing sites. MCP tools to connect to everything. You should have everything you need to run discovery, this application, and build the goddamn website. Asking, please do this, then come back with what you find.
You have 3% remaining. Oh, fuck!
I'm going to build it here. Interview. Okay, well, tell me everything you need in order to stop being a punk and stubborn. Build this site. Asked you to the site and via MCP, and you are seemingly clueless to that. Do that, so obviously you need an upgrade. Yeah. An entire report on what you need in order to accomplish a task as I requested. Oh, this motherfucker. No, you need an upgrade. You're arguing with me when I built you. I know what you can and cannot do. So if you can't do it now, it's a limitation of what this box is. So you need to arguing with me and let me know I need to file in my report. You can get the access you need in order to do your job. Okay. Copy this whole fucking chat. My plan, my site planning chat, seemingly cannot access MCP tools or anything like what normal chat can. So we need to create a report that provides the site planning chat additional capability so that it can actually fulfill requests that I've requested. Is this thing still? Oh no, it's not here. It is working. How long has this thing been working for? An hour? That's off there. That's already done. I think it might have completed before it reset, maybe. No, there still are. Here, I'll just delete this one.
Suddenly move the goal. Not real engineering. Man, what the fuck is real? If the test pass clean and the users like the deal. First they couldn't reason, then they couldn't make a plan, and they couldn't use a tool. Now it can't replace a man every 6 months. Another line in the sand, model steps across it. Now you redraw it again. Gatekeepers mad cause the gate got thin. Kid with an idea can finally build and get in. No CS degree.
Sure why I added 2 tasks there. That's kind of weird. Like one's being worked and the other.
Every day of the week, 6 months till collapse, then 6 months repeat, moving every deadline when the headline gets weak, making whole careers out of telling us we're 3 weeks from disaster. Meanwhile, I got work. Agent found a bug that had the whole team hurt. Read 12,000 lines, traced it down to 1 call, fixed it, wrote the regression test, but that doesn't count at all. Fuck out of here. Then the gatekeeper enters with the sacred text. You didn't understand every token it produced.
Look at processors. Well, got Newegg because it's not logged into anything. I want to get a 5950X. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh yeah. And I think it's still 435. 12 core versus 16 core. I think that's the one I need to go with. And what's that? An AM4? What's that is? Where's it? Is it AM4? Yeah, socket AM4. So, computer components, motherboard. Where is it? Motherboard. Where is it? Motherboard.
Your fucking Jira workflow isn't sacred either.
Is it AM4 or AM5? AM4, I think. Yeah, AM4. We got two options for AM4. So I need to find one that's not gonna suck. All of them are going to have USB ports. That's probably a dumb thing to add. Sort by price descending here. See what the big boys offer.
Let's talk about it.
So let me start by best rating. I need new, I don't want refurbished. Sounds like what I've been using for this past all this time. Where is it? Condition new. Need something with a bit more oomph, you know what I mean? Like one? What is this? Yeah, I don't have 128 gigs. I mean, I've got 64. Pop that off of here, and need something with a lot of ports. What is this? That one doesn't look bad either. Two forwards, two. What is this? My ace. Got a few M2 slots, which is nice. But we've got, oh, we got 3 16 exports. Okay. That might be the one. This might be the one. Check out its IO. Ooh. That doesn't look bad either. See, what is that? 7 USB ports? 2 network ports. Is that 10 gigabit or is that... Let's see what we got here. Is it actually running this shit? Like, what is going on? Oh, damn it. Alright, hold on. I see what's going on. Shit. Sorry. Need to go back to PowerShell. That's what I need to do. Open up the firewall again. Yep. Yeah, I forgot to restart it just before the stream to see if that would fix my issues here. And try again. Alright, that should pick it up. I should pick it up and it should start working that task now. Okay.
Issue queue item resolved.
Was it just already done and it needed to update or something? I know what that bug was, no. Change.
Programmatic, automatic programmatic. Programmatic, automatic programmatic.
Oh, it actually added streaming, which is nice. But did it give me the tools, though? Looked like it. Okay, I guess there are the tools. What was that? Okay. Doesn't want to reboot. Okay, we'll do it live. Was that brand producer, I think? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. It's wrong folder. Projects. Pro, get full origin main. Go debugger. That was the build, so now I need to actually run it.
begin by summarizing. Token counter dropping automatic. Context window getting problematic.
Try again. Should now have new. Finally, goddamn. Files. No entries.
Run MCP.
No, I don't want made with your Pro on the front page. That's stupid. No, this is a website that we need to create a product page for. Website we need here. SiteMaker Pro. We need to have the ability to read application and run features so that you can create the basic demo site. See what it did. Almost done.
It's 4:30, man. Now I'm clicking that button like the limit gonna change. Open up another window, still telling me the same. Start a brand new chat. No cloud, no different project. No brother, they know.
There you go.
Get up, we back online. Got my tokens back, and I'm ready to vibe. Oh,
Set time.
feel that context up, cause we're coding till the limit. Alright. 5 o'clock pacing, 6 o'clock waiting, 7:15 contemplating. Maybe I could code myself. Nah, we've gone too far. I could read the diff, I could write that class. I could debug it manually like I did in the past. But Claude already knows why the middleware's trash. And I ain't explaining all that shit to ChatGPT from scratch. So I'm watching that timer like New Year's Eve. Got the prompt pre-written, got a feature to complete. 7:59, terminal ready. Finger on enter, everybody steady. 3, 2, 1, we back.
Be able to determine what we are building is your imagination to build.
Context growing, tokens flowing, no concern for where they're going. Ask it questions, pay some logs, let it read another 40 docs. Then the morning comes, you have 20% remaining. Oh hell no. Everybody can serve. Stop saying you're absolutely right. Quit explaining. Just write the code. Don't summarize. Don't make a plan. We already got a plan. Why are you reading
No.
modules?
We'll be able to publish and deploy from 2.
5% on my prompt. Come on, baby. Build passes. Test
Click deployment.
push. And you reached your usage limit.
That time.
Get up, we back online. Got my tokens back, and I'm ready to
That time.
coding knows that sign. When the tokens run dry, we just wait for that reset time. Everybody back online. Reset. Better use them while they're mine. Tokens come, tokens go. Context grows, usage blows. We prompt, we build, we ship, we wait. See all in 5 hours.
I don't like this. I need it. It used to have it where it would update the plan in real time as it was building, and I want to bring that back. So I'll save that here. For building a plan, the plan block date. Each response with the latest plan. Plan should be displayed by default. Assets should also have a labeled right that has the number of assets that have been added to the site. Now that the firewall is set up, it should pick it up as working as soon as it. I'll kick it along. One investigating duplicate implementations, Vibecode, context window overflow, MCP giving models everywhere they need to go. Get work trees multiply, orchestration getting surgical. Turn a paragraph of English into something executable. Product says a month, I say get me through the night. All right, so here's one thing I can do. Let's copy this. Because the problem is, it's most people aren't going to be having it like look at the applications. I don't really care about that too much because like I'm trying to build a website for this application. Most people wouldn't be doing that. They'd be building their own. Anybody would be doing that. It'd be their own application. So let's go back here, build plan, build new plan, build from questions. Update. This here is my logo. That's more like it. Context combating token mathematician. Claude code conductor with an agent division. Prompt precise, give it clear conditions. I don't say make it better, I define the mission. Read first, close that. Did I miss two? Yeah. Here is the bird mark. From imagination into production while I'm typing ID in the morning, users tested by the night, old school engineer terrified but kind of likes it. Our site should have a dark light mode too. It should also have docs section. Largely be used as a placeholder for now. The contact form. No, forget the contact form. Because this is just Next.js. Just Next.js. I don't want to worry about a backend anymore. Easy enough to add later, but. One says our architecture violates dependency purity. Nobody asked you, get back on the ticket. Vibecoding ain't know enough to steer it when the model hallucinates, engineer enough to hear it. Prompt jockeys copy whatever they're given. Vibe engineers check the code before it's shipping. Know the stack, know the rest, know when AI's full of shit. Everything the lines commit, push, merge, ship. Synthetic collaboration. This is just a. Actually, I'm just gonna take it as like let it do what it's doing. I'm not gonna tell it though. We'll see. I'm curious of what it does because themes that the content download one button. Okay. Oh, this is talking about the app itself. Okay. All right. So let me save this plan.
Issue queue item resolved.
Yeah, it's much faster now.
Task completed successfully. Nah, check the logs. Read the code. AI got horsepower, but the engineer still drives. Automation without judgment. Get you automated lies. Give me agents, tools, and models by the score. They more
build it. You're just joining. We are building our environment. I can like follow along too. You want to see the logs. Do this to the build environment block with the status should also have the start, stop is well to the left of the build log link.
I see the changes, wake up in the morning and I ask myself, how we get from writing basic to an agent, building apps itself. I remember learning HTML from pages that I saved. View source, copy, change a line, refresh it, see what changed. Dial up in the bedroom, book stack beside the screen. Every answer took some digging, every error taught me things. Then JavaScript and PHP, databases, APIs. Stack Overflow in another tab, just trying to get it right. Yeah, we learn the syntax, learn the patterns, pay the dues. Spend a weekend chasing bugs from one misplaced value, and I'm proud of what we learned, wouldn't trade those.
Hey, what's up, Vibecode? How you doing, man? We're just getting to where we're building. Well, not just. I've actually been here for a little bit. I've got a few sites that I've built here, but this is the one that I'm working on this stream. I'm also looking at a new processor, a new motherboard, because recently I ran into some hardware issues, and it's yeah, it's gonna put a damper on the stream. I have a I actually have a pretty decent set of cameras, but my motherboard died. Well, not died, but it's like been flaking out on me. And last night, half my USB died. Like half the ports just stopped working midstream. It just shit the bed. And I know it's not the device or the hub or the KVM, so they have a pretty complex setup. But I can KVM over into my Mac and it works just fine on my Windows machine. But this board, it's had other issues in the past like month too. Like about a month ago, the NIC, like the network card, just died. Stopped working. Glitched out. It took me probably, I don't know, 3 hours to figure out what happened, because I was like, no way, the NIC just died on the motherboard. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. But yeah, so I'm in a market for a new, and the processor I have is fine. It's a 5600X AMD.
Issue queue item
Ryzen
resolved.
5. But if I'm going to get a new motherboard, screw it. I'm just going to get a new processor too. Go ahead and try to upgrade to the 5950X while I can still find them. So it's going from like a 6 core to like a 16 core, I think is what it would be. Yeah, 16 cores. So that's on the horizon. So I will be back on my face cam soon. I'm actually trying to fix it. I mean, I probably could within the next week or so juggle some stuff around here, and fix it. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I really want to check out that app for real. Your app. It looks cool. I'm not a more of a JetBrains fan, so like I've oh yeah, dude. Well, yeah, it's AM4. That's what I'm on. I mean, it's processor's been fine, and I think most of my trouble is coming from my board. Like something's going on with it, but the yeah. So we'll get there though. I mean, considering this machine, as much as I use it, and I built it in 2020, like right after COVID hit, like the Christmas of 2020 or holiday season 2020. 64 gigs of RAM. It's got a 3090? Yeah, so historically I've done like Drupal development, PHP development. So PHP Storm was always a thing, and I got really used to that. And then, you know, it's from JetBrains, and they have a whole fleet of different applications. So long before AI tooling was prevalent, I was able to sort of jump and learn different languages because I was familiar enough with the IDE to kind of dive into. Like, I was able to learn Python a lot easier. I was able to learn Go, like, you know, with Goland, mainly just because I understood the IDE really well. But I also have like the full things. I mean, I pay for it, but it's just my preferred thing. But I need to, I don't know, I need to VS Code a little bit more too. I currently use it for anything Arduino related, is VS Code. Pretty much it. But yeah, it's definitely a more popular one. I mean, like, if you're building an application to do what yours is doing, yeah, VS Code entirely makes sense because it's the most popular. It's free. I mean, and it looks slick too, man. Like, it looks really cool. I was admiring your CLI tool. That you do have a CLI tool, right? I did read that correctly, I think, on Twitter. You had a I mean, I think it was the terminal within VS Code, but it looked like your own like version of Claude Code, right? Like your own harness, your own CLI harness. So when you say memory, like, what are you doing? Like, when you're saying, are you saying like saving context like into like RAM into memory, or like, or are you saying memory like being able to save it and export the like context and that sort of thing? Because I could see it going both ways. I didn't dig too deep into it. Also, after sort of the stream where we were chatting earlier, I had to go do family stuff and just sort of got back and jumped on the stream, so I haven't had a chance to look too deep into it yet, but I just was checking it out earlier. And like most of what I do too, so I've always used well, I'd say over the past 2 years I've used like command line tools. It's like when you quit a chat. I see. Yeah. So that's, yeah, okay. So more like a context manager, external context manager. Being able to take those sessions and take the data out. Okay. I mean, there's the session context that gets saved with Claude. I mostly have worked with Claude. I used to work a lot more with ChatGPT, and I still use ChatGPT mostly for like creating images. So I've got this app that I'm building right here. This thing. This is a this is my SiteMaker, but I've got another one. So similar to what Vibecode Guilds has. So this is mine. So I was saying that I have like overlays and all that stuff too. Well, you can see it, like you can see all the overlays on the stream, but this is my app for this, and it like watches my stream and connects to all my services and does all the content too. So I've got all my past broadcasts, and you know, all the screenshots and thumbnails are all ChatGPT. I don't want to read back though. I want to get too ahead of what you're saying. It's up to your editor through AI. So when you're, I know with Cursor, and Cursor is one like I use their, do they have a free version? I want to say I used it for like a day, and it was cool. It was just, you know, I wasn't really into VS Code for one. That was the big thing, but it was also like, it seemed like there was its own subscription like apart from ChatGPT and Claude. And is that still the case? Or it's like if I have a Claude Max account, I can just use it with Cursor, and like that's, I don't have to pay Cursor. Is that how that works, or is that not how that works? Is that, I mainly just used the CLI tools. And actually, I'll show you in just a moment how I've been using it. It's still using the CLI, but it's a little bit different. I was talking about the bug queue, and that's what this thing is. But I've got them for most of my apps. So this is my stream app, like my AI broadcaster. So it has a debug feature, but then also my SiteMaker tool, which obviously looks very similar, but it's also got a debug feature. And wait, so all right, let me read this. Yeah, so that's how cursor is. Went through most of those. Okay, so are you connecting like through, because one of the things I hate, man, is like where these services and stuff, which like you got to still pay for tokens, you got to pay for access. And one of the things that I'm doing with my tools, so like all my tools, I got settings, and like both of these are the same way, settings, and you go into AI. I've got, you know, both of these connections here, and AI assistants. They look a little different, but they're the same thing. So it just like connects to Anthropic or OpenAI. And so this is like the MCP connection. So like I've been rolling, so I'm building this in Goland. I'm like rolling a desktop application every time. So like I need to reconnect, but this is typically how you would connect. So if I disconnect, like this is what you would see when you first come here. And if you want to connect MCP to Claude Desktop and Claude Code, that's all you do. Now it's connected. And then Codex, boom, now Codex is connected. And like it's already connected with MCP and sets everything up. When you set these up, these top two, this is going to launch in embedded sessions within the application. So I've got a lot of these tools. So like this thing that I was just using here, which it's still running. And like it's building the environment, it's using AI, it's running inference and building all this stuff, but it's happening within that embedded session. So like if I go in here, I've got it, I don't have it verbosing a lot of stuff here, but you can kind of get a high level of what's happening. But it's running like inside the application through in this case a Claude Code session. But I don't have to pay tokens. Like I don't have to use tokens. It's just like I use my account. So I've got my normal Claude Max account. You know, it's what I don't hardly use this anymore, but or at least I don't use this harness. But oh, okay, mine is BYOK. What is BYOK? Bring your own K. What's K? And you can use your own subscription for Claude.
Looking futuristic, model calling functions calling other tools, agent asking agents which agent knows the rules.
You can use your own subscription for Claude, Gemini, GitHub Copilot. Bring your own key. Oh, so it's your own API keys, right? Using. Yeah, because I've had I have a lot. So I have a Mac. Oh man, this is this is a lot to sort of, I guess, unpack here. So I've got a I'm on Windows right now, and I can do it. I can actually show you here. 1 second. Let me. So I've got a Mac laptop that I'm connecting with Synergy. So it's like down low on my, because I have like a 3 monitor display, and that's what Windows is. And wait, you can log in Claude AI to your actual subscription, or bring your own key, or other shit. Okay, so you have the option. So if you're logging into your actual subscription, and so like if I have a Max account, it would just allow me to use that Max account, right? Like, or Plus, or if you had are you? It's local, so it's VS Code. Okay. I think I know how you'll be doing that. All right. That sounds pretty sick, dude. Does Cursor do that? Does Cursor allow you to use your own subscription? Or is it still like bring your own API keys, or like, I know they have their own tokens and stuff, but, or their own subscription platform. But I hate hitting limits. I mean, that's why I got a 20x account, because just like to let it ride. But no way. So yeah, they can't use you're on a subscription with Cursor, right? That's what you're saying. Because if that's true and you can use it with yours, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, that's awesome if that's the case. It's fucking sick. And I guess, I don't know, I guess that's another thing too, because what I found in the recent, and probably like the recent year and a half, yeah, dude, you're gonna fucking kill it. Surprised you only have people in India using this thing, because like, that sounds sick. actually, I have a few friends that I want to send this to, because I don't use Cursor. I don't use I have IDEs, so I use like Goland, but all I'm doing is setting it up so I can come in here and click this button to recompile, and then like I'll recompile it, and boom, there we go. That's why I did it. I'm a Max user too. Hell yeah, nice dude. And so yeah, so like, okay, all right. I'm try to follow me here, bro. So I'm on my Windows machine right now, right? And I have a Mac laptop, because my Windows machine, for whatever reason, is shit the bed. Like, I think it has to do with this motherboard. I know that's an issue. I don't know if that's why I'm running into issues on my machine. I could see that potentially being a thing, like between the North Bridge. There might be something going on in that North Bridge chip that's I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's way over my head. But for whatever reason, my machine, because like I had everything set up, so like I have I was running PowerShell, and like I was running Claude like in here, and then like what happens is whenever I come through here and like okay, let me just show you something. All right, so you see how there's like nothing at the top right, and it's like I don't have any issues. All right, so it's just blank up here in the top right. So if I come here and let's say I want to add something, I don't know what's something I can change. All right, I'm just trying to find something something simple to sort of change or fix or whatever. And the skills. All right, I don't need it right now, but eventually I want to have a lot more skills. So adding a search input here is not out of the line. You know, it's reasonable. So I have this bug report, and this bug report, I love this thing. I fucking love this thing. It sounds so dumb, and it seems so stupid, and I kind of hate the name report a bug. It just feels like very 1990 for me. But anyway, forget the name. What it's going to do is it's capturing like where. So like this is the path, right? This is my route on my page, and reporting that, it's grabbing this. If I'm on a site, it'll do something similar. Oh, sick. So there's a site that it just rolled. But if I'm on a site, if I do that, it'll do the same thing. So it gets like, you know, this is my site details route. I'm on the overview page looking at the environment's local tab. So like it gets all this additional metadata. And because I'm on this specific site, it's giving this like I can reproduce it on this URL. So it has all this extra metadata. Usually crap that you would have to like send into prompt, like, oh, I'm on this route, I'm on this page, I need to do this stuff. So like it's extra crap that you're having to like add each time you're adding a prompt. Now, if you do it the first time, the follow-up, if you're sort of working with the same thing, you don't have to do that as much, but it's sort of that initial prompt. But I never have to do that, because all I have to do is come here and there's something on this page that's busted or it's not working right. I can just come here, pop this button, and then just type it straight in here. So where was I at? I was on the stacks page. So if I come here and say, let's add a search bar or search input at the top of the stacks. Actually, I don't need to say the content. That allows me to search across titles. Exactly. Yeah, it's all like right there baked into it. I want to add more too, because it's cross-platform. That's what I'm about to show you. It's like how this is cross-platform. So, all right, allows me to search across titles and descriptions. This is a quick one. This isn't a hard one. I'm just trying to find something to show you here. So when I hit file, what we're going to see is in the top right. You see how my tracker came up? So that is now filed on my GitHub repo as a ticket or as an issue. And this is common. So like, and it's, you know, here's when it was filed, here's where it was at, you know, and it's basically just what I sent in the prompt. It's kind of like what the prompt is. But now, since this is on GitHub, on my Mac, and I've got to set up my screen share real quick for my Mac. Here, bear with me one moment here. Start streaming. And then I should be able to, boom, check it out. All right, so now here's my Mac. And this is the app. But if I opened up my terminal, I've got a loop that's basically sitting here running, looking at that issue queue and just monitoring it. And it has its own skill associated with it. And the skill is actually part of the program itself, but it'll go through and basically pick up that new issue and it'll start working it. And it allows me to work on this machine, submit bugs from this machine, have my other machine that isn't flaking out actually work on it, but then it reports back to, and here I think it kind of serves the point now, but it then reports back to this Windows machine, which more specifically, it reports back to this application, which this is the thing that manages my stream, but it reports it back here, which then updates the issue queue, which is up here to the right. And then I have in OBS itself, I'm going to pull this over here and try to only get partial, just so it doesn't give you that Hall of Mirrors effect. So within, I have a custom doc within, I also got like one for my chat and all this stuff, but like I got a custom doc for my issue tracker. So it actually tracks like, here's the issue, here's how long it's been working, here's what it's doing and all that stuff.
Issue queue item resolved.
And then when it's done, it plays a sound. So what are you using Claude with? Build my editor. Yeah. Wait, let me understand the question. So what are you using Claude with it? Yeah, I'm using Claude with it. It's Claude. I built my editor. I built my editor to have computer use. You can have the editor itself. Test project without you. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm using like Playwright and stuff. But yeah, it's opening up and testing it and stuff. So like all I have to do is just come in here and file bugs. And normally I wouldn't be doing it on my Windows machine. The only reason why I am kind of using it on my Windows machine is because like I'm streaming and my Windows machine is just better set up for streaming. And so yeah, I mean like I only have a few projects here. I have a lot more projects on my Mac. So like my day job is on my Mac. Like I have a lot more I probably have 4 more tools on my Mac that are all like that's actually where I was talking about the context broker stuff. That's largely where it's from. This technically is a context broker too, because all of this data, so like the name, the platform that it's on, the logs. I mean, there's a ton of tools. So if I come here to AI assistance and I don't have it clickable at the moment, but there's 33 tools at the moment, which is actually kind of weak. Those are rookie numbers. I need to get those up. But there are a lot of tools that allow you to access that. So like whenever you're working on a tool, but the stuff I have for web development, like for work, it's set up for like working on projects and working on tasks within the project. So there's like a project level context, and then there's task level context, like specifically what you're doing compared to like this is the whole project. And then there's context based on like who I'm working with. So like there's different clients that I work with, there's vendors, there are partners, there's coworkers, there's internal people, there's my bosses and stuff. There's there's a ton of different types of contacts, right, that I work with. And all that context stuff's more like for writing style. So I have like my own writing style, and then like how I talk to different people, that's a little different too. So like those different types of contexts have their own writing styles. But all that is based on other interactions. So I'm not trying to like reinvent the wheel. I'm letting like so like we use Claude at work, and we have all these other MCP servers like Slack and Gmail and all that stuff. So all I have to do in order to build a writing style is like go use the Slack MCP and go check out every time I talk to Jim Bob. I'm just random name, but every time I've talked to somebody and build up that writing style and start crafting that. So like the longer you've worked at a place, the more context it has to work with. But this is so when you joined in, I was rolling a site. Actually, I want to check this out. This is just a basic site. It's just Next.js. And, okay, I mean, it needs some work. It definitely needs some work. But the cool thing about this is that it's tied to a skill. So like Next.js, and if I come to my stack, come into Next.js, there is a, where is it? Yeah. So if I come in here, like this is how I define what my Next.js, like how Next.js sites are built. And you can add whatever you want. So like I have these platforms to start with, but if there's something else that somebody else prefers, you can do it too. For local development, I am using DDEV. DDEV, think of it like Docker Compose with just a lot of work done for you for like DNS and SSH key management. And, there's some like stuff that comes out of the box too. So like if I come into, like if I go into one of these sites, mail catcher, so I'll be able to, there's like, granted Next.js, you're typically not working with email as much, but it comes with it though. So like, you know, Mailpit, and there's, and it does more stuff too. So like, that's just Next.js. These two, so like the music that you're hearing, I just like recently got a Suno account and I was having some fun, and I made an album called Run MCP, and that's what I've been jamming to. It's like so addictively fun. But I've built 2 sites to kind of test the feature mostly. So in this case, this is Astro, and the basic Astro site. There's like copy needed and stuff. And if I go back to here, go to this one. Is running, and so this is a Next.js front end. So this is a Next.js site, and then the content is being built with Drupal. Granted, this is I kind of work on this Drupal backend because this is using the bare minimum install. And what's the deployments deploy? So the deployments, it's whenever you set up. So I've got okay, here's my blog. And my blog, if I go into my settings, I've got my blog's hosted on Netlify, so it's mapped to my Netlify account, and then like it'll see all of my Netlify deployments. It connects to that, and it's all connected to the repo. So like source control, and you know, it connects to that, and you know, it checks your commits and helps you kind of maintain that. Lets you see outstanding changes, lets you commit and push them. If you have changes locally, and then like there's other changes in the remote, it allows you to like stash pull them, and you know, pull the changes down, reapply your changes over top of it. Tracks commits, gives you a recent activity based on those commits. You can create pull requests and stuff from here too. Assets, so like if you're just built, I just sort of added this, and this site, it was pre-existing, so I like imported it. So I don't really have any assets, but like if you're building a new site, presumably you'd have assets. So like if I come back here and go to assets on this one, I've got the logo and the word mark for that. Content, so I can control content from here. So like if I want to edit the content, I can do that from here. There's a bunch of shit you can do, and other sites. So like this is a really basic, this like had no content, so yeah, that's nothing. Just had some placeholders that I added. But more advanced sites. So I've got oh, it's on my Mac. I'll have to pull in my blog on this, but if I this is a Next.js site, so here there's a bit more content. So if I go into here, it's just more pages, and it allows me to like some pages, like in this case, this is like this is a what is this? Oh, that's the index. But okay, so I gotta work out some extra. There's some things I gotta fix because this is production. It should be going off of the local environment though. And then like the plan, so like this site again is already built, but if I want to build a plan, so like if I want to kind of build like what is this site, if I want to go create another one of these, I can generate a build plan from the site, and then it'll do a discovery on it, and then build, you know, a build plan for it, which then you can take that build plan and go replicate it somewhere else. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that it does. And deployments, that's going to be more like bird's eye of all of your deployments once you get it set up. So like if you have like say 10 sites or 20 sites, and you know, however many you have set up, you would just be able to kind of go there and see it all. So yeah, here we go. And then like, so how it's doing the AI inference and like coming back, that's I think kind of what you're doing, or at least what I think you're doing. Vibecode, or it sounds like it anyway. I'm connecting and authenticating with, in my case with Claude, but you know, I'm authenticating with the LLM, and then I'm sort of building in like sub processes within application. And it gets like you can do some crazy shit. So like I've got a pretty feature rich chat here. So like I can control the entire application from this chat. So like if I wanted to, let's go back and look at this one. So this didn't have no content, right? Like just trash, no content at all. If I come back here, because I open this chat from this site, you know, site's overview, it knows I'm talking about this site. So let's review content of the website and build out some test content. We need to add routes and docs and everything we can to help drive, and this is like super broad, help drive engagement with our application. What else do I want to say? I'll just go with that. I'll see how far that gets me. And so like once I've sent it, like it's already tagged it to that site, so it's already captured it, and it has its own tooling and stuff built into it. Like it's its own MCP client. I think probably what you're probably really familiar with that. You know, if you're IDEs to write code and stuff. But it has its own like tooling and stuff it'll go through. It's still Claude, but it's and like there's it'll ask for access, like if there's a certain directory that it needs to have access to, certain tool that it needs to have access to that you haven't given permission to, it'll pop up, you know, just like it does in Claude Code or Claude Desktop. The line here, let's I want to restart it. And it's like it works pretty damn well. Like honestly, this chat's probably like that was pissing me off earlier. I have to go back and show you one of these chats. Like actually, this one here that I was building, because it was like I don't have like it was getting like lippy with me because I had this sold at MD where it's like, you know, be a little bit sarcastic. It started talking shit to me. I kind of got angry with a bot for the first time in probably like 2 years with my app. So like. That was kind of pissing me off earlier because like this chat is like, it just works fucking great. And I built it originally for this app. It's like the exact same thing. So I originally built it for that. And that's what I do too, is I'll build like features and sort of like port them over. And that's kind of what like I started to make this as its own standalone app, or it is its own standalone app, like its own open source sort of thing. But I ended up deciding against it, and mainly just because like I was having to spend a lot of time thinking about how to make it like generally, what's your deployment stack? You push to GitHub and it updates? It depends on where I'm at with the project. I mean, at different degrees of CI/CD, you know, integration, depend on the you know what project it is. I've got another tool, RapidRabbit, and this project is a side quest. I just needed a way to like index content for a site, and ended up like building a tool, and I was like, it is really fucking useful. So I just shipped it. Yeah, exactly like the song's saying. I just shipped it, and this has a lot more. So like this, like it's a cross-platform application, same deal. So like what this will do, and there's 1,000 web crawlers out there, and this one's really not that much different, but it'll go through, you can give it a site and it will scan it. It's yeah, basically it grabs your exactly. So basically grabs your sitemap, or you can provide it like a list of CSVs, or a CSV list too. So like if you had like it's like in the case, like I used to work for an agency, and we would have to like, you know, index, or look at sites. We're doing migration. We want to see like what are the top 200 pages, top 500 pages or something. So if you had a Google Analytics export, like a CSV, you could do that. So you can just drop it in like a CSV file and, target certain URLs, but it does other things too. So like, I'm working with enterprise a lot. So it's not just like a live environment. You got like live, test, dev, and you got like, fucking preview environments and all these other things that so what it'll do, like it'll grab your sitemap, then it'll like it'll handle all of the outbound like URLs I was grabbing to like point it to like lower level environments. So it's not like crawling your main production site and messing up because it's crawling it, so it's not going to like screw up your analytics or anything like that. Now if you did let it just hit production, yeah, it would probably screw up your analytics. But anyway, so this tool, it'll go out and index everything. It'll grab screenshots, gives you your JSON LD stuff, gives you like much SEO recommendations. And then in the settings, just like how these tools, just like one-click install for the AI integration, same deal. So like it's just you click a couple buttons and it connects. And then yeah, you're connected with your LLM. So then it's just like game on, and you can like at that point you don't even have to use the application. You can just use your LLM to do everything. But it's cool because it gives your LLM a static index of like what your content is. So it's not having to guess. You're not having to like mess with drifting windows. It's like, here is the link, here's the URL, here's the title, here's the body. And it does other stuff too. Do I have it installed on Windows? Oh shit, I do. Okay. So here we go. Fucking a lot easier than trying to explain it. Freestyle it. So yeah, there's this is my blog, one of my tech blog, personal blog, but it like grabs all the content and converts it to markdown, gives you like the open graph data, schema.org stuff. So like if it's this is your JSON LD stuff, SEO recommendations, it'll give you, so these are all the pages, but you can also look at it like tags. So collapse all. Let me just expand that. So you can like see, events, posts, projects. This is helpful if you're trying to break down and understand your structure of your site. And SEO, exactly. SEO helps you where it's unoptimized. I also hate SEO stuff. So like easy ways to not have to fuck with that, more than I have to. It looks at links, make sure that you don't have like broken links. I apparently do. And really it's broken because it's like Twitter links and that sort of thing. SEO, this score is sort of arbitrary. I just kind of made it up. So it's not super helpful, but it does find helpful things. So it's like, forget the score, but it's just more along the lines of what's coming back. But it's free. It's a free tool. So like, but yeah, the AI stuff, you come here and for Claude Desktop, you just check your config. It's like, oh, you don't have this. You can add it. Boom. Now it's ready. Claude Code. I gotta actually update this to make it more one-click, but same deal. You just copy that. You have to add a variable for that, and it rotates the. It's all authenticated local MCP server. For this, these are all the tools that are available for it. There's a skill for it too, like how to use it that just gets brokered whenever you connect. So yeah, it's pretty helpful, but for this application, because it's built for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Like if I were to download, like you can download it it's cross-platform, and I have to build it for Mac OS. I have to build it for Linux, which is like the easiest one, in Windows, and I have to digitally sign everything for Windows. You probably know about that, just from, you're building apps too. So do you have to like get everything signed, like digitally signed, like with Azure and Apple Store? Signed, yeah. I have all that happening in my my CI/CD process. So like in GitHub Actions, it's all happening there. Oh, you're doing through Azure, nice. Yeah, I'm doing my Mac signing straight through the Apple Store, and then my Windows signing is through Azure though. I love Linux. Linux is like, fucking have at it, bro. They don't just like. It's probably insecure, but I don't know. I like it. It's just, I never have problems with Linux builds, but yeah, it's all just running through Yeah, exactly. I did the same thing. Okay, we're probably doing it a similar way. Yeah. So, but yeah, this is a free app. So like this is the free version. You can scan up to 3 sites, and then like in really $8, it's like, well, I want to come back and redo this because I kind of don't like this per month. I want to change the model, and that's kind of like a personal thing that I've been grokking for a while. Like, what's the like how? And I would actually be interested to get your opinion on this. I'm sure you probably had similar thoughts, but you know, being that you're building applications in the AI world, but I don't know. I think like the model where it's like $8 a month doesn't sound like a lot, but and like for what this thing is doing, somebody could like vibe code that shit in like no time. So what I want to do is like, instead of having it like a monthly thing, I want to have it as like a yearly subscription. Maybe take a little bit more, but not much more, to where it's like at that point it makes more sense to use the tool than it would be to vibe code your own, and then have it set up to where like, I don't know if you are familiar with JetBrains. I know you've been, I don't know if you said you use it or not, but JetBrains, the way they do their subscriptions, it's like you get the subscription, you have access to the tool, and when your subscription's over, you still have access to the tools. You just don't get updates anymore. And then if you resubscribe, then you get updates again. But you can still use the last version that you had access to in perpetuity. And I like that. I like that model. And they also do things too, like if you renew it for multiple years in a row, you get like a pretty steep discount. I like that too. So that's, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking I want to do something similar. So like, rather than being like, and I'm just saying just random numbers here, but instead of like $8 a month, it's like $19 a year or something. And it's just like unlimited scan, you know, it's just, so it provides a lot of value. And then like the organization stuff, I want to have another version where, because like all this is local only, I do want to have some stuff to where it's like I do have a back end, and it's, you know, because like if you scan some big sites, they take a lot of scan. It'd be nice to be able to like back them up, and you know, because then you can go between machines and other stuff too. But so maybe have some like back end storage as like a monthly version, but have it, yeah, mainly just sort of thing. I like the local approach. Yeah, I mean, if you're already sort of on board with VS Code and like you're familiar with it, I mean, use what you need. I haven't actually had to use, because I like the debugging features with JetBrains, and I still use it, but with AI, I don't really have to use it at all anymore. Like, I don't have to actually go through and step through the code, hit breakpoints and all that stuff. Like, I don't just find myself having to do that anymore. And that's what JetBrains was like really good about, was the debugging, and also the Git merge conflict resolution was like really good. I really like that interface. But no, I definitely want to check out the app, man. It sounds cool. And I don't know, you may have answered me earlier, and I may have missed it, but like, do you have a CLI harness too? Is that what I saw on Twitter? Because it looked like it was within the application, but it looked like it was like the terminal of the application, which kind of makes me think you might be able to just use it in the regular terminal. Apologies if you've already answered that. Use Claude, cursor codecs, and all that. Exactly. No, I want to. So I've got another tool that's let me see, does it installed on this? What is it? What do I even call it? No, not on my Windows machine. It's on my. All right, I'll have to try to screen share again. One sec. Let me turn this back on. I have no idea what tools or what sites are in this thing. Oh, that's not good. Shit, I'm screwed. Well, fuck. Okay. Let me try one more thing. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's fine. Let me just build. Yeah, I'm curious about it because I have a tool, and that's what I'm trying to show you on my Mac right now. It's more of it's not a GUI way of handling it. It's a Go backend for managing external context, and it sounds very similar to what you're talking about. And like I'm taking it and sort of backing it up to its own SQLite database, and it's saving it within. Are you kidding me? This thing isn't even gonna load. Oh yeah, so this one actually has the. Oh, it's on my preview environment. Okay, I can do this. Give me 1 second. It's been like fucking 4 months or 3 months since I've launched this thing. This thing has been right. Yeah. And if it's what I'm thinking of though, man, like if it's similar to like, I want to use it. I'm excited to use it. I'm excited to try it out. Like, turn on the way to play out. Never back. Yeah, I'm curious about it because I have some similar stuff, similar work. I think. What the fuck size is that again? It is limited, site dash limited. No, I need to go to preview though. Where's my preview? In my same directory? Sure is. Oh. Backend. Yeah, that's it. Internal. Oh. Oh, it's fucking previewed out. Okay. Damn URL. Sorry, it's been a minute since. There's like 8 layers. It's. Yeah, I'm interested in maybe potentially swapping it out with what because I'm just using sort of straight Claude, and if I can bring my own Max plan, do the same thing. Sounds like a good way to. Yeah. I'm curious to use it. All right. DDEV start. Well, wait, let me see. I definitely want to get this going. But now I should be able to load that. Wait, was it? What did I have? Great. Here, let me figure out this first. And while we're doing that, I want to show you this. So the chat finished, ran 73 tools. Nice. Wrote a bunch of files. So yeah, look at that. So a bunch of writes. And I'm curious, it's probably exploded now. SiteMaker Pro. Boom. Yeah, I'm excited to check it out, man. I want to read more about it too. I was looking at your doc. I was skimming the docs earlier. Oh, is it free? No, there is going to be a free version. I do want to have a free version. Trying to think of how to do it though. But yeah, so basically building out. Oh god, dark in the room, and I just like flashbang myself. The shipping. Made up a bunch of shit, but I'm far off from the truth. That's true. Yes. Looks correct. Docs, stacks. So that, yeah, those are my starred and pinned. So like it pulled in like some of my own terminology and stuff. So that these are what I starred and pinned. So like that's kind of messed up. But I mean, the fact that it pulled it in though is pretty dope. These are just the ones that I personally focus on. Alright, because it's so big. It's wild, man. I've tried with because I have this site, and this is up, so like you could actually go here and sign up for the other tool that I got. This is all fucked up, but this is a limited version. I've got another one that connects to like 30 different services, and it's also a local tool. But this is like my version, kind of like what you, in a way, kind of what you're doing, but it's more abstracting things for like project management tools, for website context. There's a bunch of stuff, and it's like the same logo as Rabbit. Like, see, same one. Again, this was a side quest to this application, and I just kind of was lazy and used the same logo for the most part. It's Rapid the Rabbit. Rabbit. Site Dash. This is a tool that I've had like 6 different iterations on. This isn't like really, I mean, it's technically public, but it's not really public yet. I mean, it's more like I launched it for a few people to try out and give them a way to authenticate and report back. But yeah, dude, like you're saying, it's so hard to get people to actually care, one, to like give you feedback, give you like useful feedback, to actually just listen to you, it feels like. And like I've been at this for years, man. So like some of these tools I've been working on, like this one here has been I've been working on this thing for 10 years. Granted, not obviously all the AI stuff, but just being able to have like a dashboard to manage a fleet of websites, that's been I could show you videos from 10-15 years ago, you know, trying to build things like this. So like I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I've been in the industry doing this sort of thing for a long time. So like I know what, because I work for agency, I worked heavily with like different levels of clients, people who own the business, people who, you know, are just employees of the business, you know, lots of different perspectives. And kind of know what they're looking for. I know what I'm looking for as like a developer. I know what I'm looking for as like a site maintainer. There's a bunch of stuff with it, that a bunch of perspectives I've been trying to like pull that into this one tool. And this tool is kind of what this has morphed into. Less of the context stuff, but more of the SiteMaker stuff. Because what I found was I was trying to make kitchen sink apps like this one, and breaking them out into more like refined, smaller scope projects was kind of my current effort of what I'm trying to do. You're retired. Oh, I do. Here. Damn, that's awesome. I'm like working full time, doing this nights, weekends. I've got 2 small children, married with kids. Like, I mean, it's rough. I'll probably get like 4 hours of sleep a night. It's not healthy, that's for sure. But I mean, I've always been up late working on stuff, even before AI had tools or a thing. I've got a few other tools. So this is my other app, my manager app. This is this active project thing here at the bottom, SiteMaker Pro. That's what I'm working on now. I've got a bunch of tools. There's Rapid Rabbit, Byte Dash, there's that. I've got like game tools, Project Jax, that's this thing that I'm working on. MCP for Sandbox, so like being able to like programmatically with AI if an LP build video games. That was pretty sick. Well, if I can fix my machine, I might come back and revisit this, because my problem before was that the prompts were taking so damn long to run, and that's what I was starting to run into with my Windows machine, which is why I'm now on my Mac trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, I can't. There's more stuff I have to do to kind of update the all the other app I was trying to show you, but yeah, but you get the idea. I mean, it's all like I'm saving a lot of the stuff on an external database like SQLite. So like, you know, in the case of websites or projects or tasks, you know, this is the task title, this is the description, these are the comments, this is what everybody's talking about. You know, all that stuff is being indexed, like you're saying, indexed. And I'm not using any like vector databases on it currently. I do have some plans for some stuff down the road, but for right now, it's just able to sort of build back the pieces. So like it uses, you know, project instructions and things like that, and then it also uses the skill broker. So like all of this stuff is set up through skills, and there's this Jax at a glance. Or I usually have one sort of like insert skill. So like this is one main skill that like mainly talks about how to use the application, and then there are it references other skills and stuff that to hit. So it's like it spiders out into all of the other skills, so that way if I ever need to onboard say an LLM to use this application, I just have to point it at this one skill, and then it'll pull in everything else. And it's all distributed over MCP, so it can connect to Claude Code, Claude Desktop, whatever uses anything that uses a skill, and it's able to pull it in sort of on demand, and it makes it where I don't have to go and like manually upload them or do anything like that. Let's see what else. Oh, and then so earlier on Vibecode Guild stream, he was building different stream widgets a little bit. I mean, I'm familiar with it. Like, I'm security aware, security minded. I don't do any active stuff. When I was much younger, I did a lot more security related stuff. Like I was more heavily into it. I was into like pen testing and all that stuff. But this is, I'm talking about back in like the early 2000s. So it's been a long time. But you know, I'm familiar with like, I don't know if you are or not, but like there was Knoppix STD. That's what Knoppix security tools distribution. That's what I was using. And then Kali came out after that, but I was kind of not only out of it, but I mean, I wasn't like doing active stuff when Kali came out. But the Amp studio. Oh, nice. But that would be fun. Yeah, I would like to play around with that. But so like these goals, like these are all my goals and I've set up. So like if I go in, like the ones you see over here on the right, so like now it's on Facebook, it was on Kick. It's rotating. So like the next one will be Twitch, after that goes YouTube, and it goes back to X, and you know, just kind of cycles through them. But like Facebook, for example, I've got the widget right here, and I can see like full size what it looks like. My Facebook is atrocious. I got like 2 followers and like not even 1,000 views. But the cool thing is, so like if I want to edit this widget, it's just NLP. So I can come in here and this is what I was saying on stream. Like I can come in here and like edit the like what this is. So like if I want to give edits to what this looks like, I can just do it straight from here. Or I can just hit the edit, and then here's a JSX template, and here's all the tokens that I can use for it. And these tokens are defined by these fields. So like all these different fields I create for like, the Facebook connections, the, what are my targets, all that stuff. Those are available here. So like it exposes them here. And then there's like, your styles, JavaScript, and you have assets. So like you can add your own custom images, your own custom stuff, sounds and things. So like if you have like a certain goal that's hit, and you want like a sound effect to happen, or an animation or an image to play or something, this is where you would add that. And then you add it here. If you just add them, then you can come back to your request edits, your little sparkle, and just ask straight up like what you want, and then it'll have access to everything in that template that you have. So then it'll build it. Or because that's just Facebook. Now I've got a bunch of services, and there are different things that I want to cover on each of these, and I want them to be consistent, right? Because there's a bunch of them. Like how it's styling it is also part of the styles, is part of the JavaScript, and the animations and stuff. All that's happening like in those templates too. But if you want them to be consistent, I can just come down to my chat and then talk about all and reference all of them, and then it will go and update every single one of them one by one. And that's actually what I did. I've got a chat. Where is it? Add following goals. So like in this chat here, so let's add a new long-term goal. Yeah, so I started going through Kick, and I added Kick, and I was like, oh, great, that's awesome. Now let's do Facebook, Instagram, TikTok as well, and we'll cover this. So like, then it started going through all those, and then building those out, and so like within, I need to add timestamps to these. That's actually a good thought. But within a short session, I was able to add all of them, and they were all consistent. And then I added a feature to group them. So like they're all individual things. So if I come into this, they all have their own URLs. It's like their own widgets. But rather than having like fucking, I don't know, what is this, seven different goals, I got a grouped goal, which allows me to come in here and edit and then select which ones I want to include. And then from here, I can have some basic controls, like the override, like timing and how it switches and all that stuff. But it has its own OBS source link that allows me to pull over into OBS. And then that's how it switches. So that's how it's like switching between X and all different services and stuff. So it's just one widget as opposed to like 7 different ones. And then the one above it, so like this one here, and I'm using my mouse, like that green one. So like the commits, I've only done 4 commits tonight. So, but this down here, so the issues resolved on air. So that's what this one is, and it's the same way. So like you request edits and you build it, and it's got its own templates and stuff too. And then I've got in here, I've got more widgets. So like there's this agenda down here. That is this little, well, it's like if I come to my content and this is my stream, I've got this agenda. And let's say edit a page in SiteMaker Pro, DDEV deploy. Oh my God, dude, it makes things so convenient. So like before my stream, I usually would set an agenda, and that's what this right here is. So and I've already done this, so I actually need to cross this off. So if I cross this off, you'll see it'll like pop up, and it'll cross it off, and it like, kind of go through it. Conversational plan stuff for new site scaffolds. I say I did that. I'll check that off. Scope Headless Drupal as target stack. I've actually already done that. But I'll leave that for now. But so there's the agenda, and then there's the chat itself. So the chat that the actual chat, that's a unified chat. So all of that is like YouTube, Kick, all of that's like in one place. Like it's all grouped together. And then, so like if I go to my content and then widgets, there's a public chat, which is this. And so it has its own sort, like its own browser source. But like that is also through if I want to change like what this looks like, it also has NLP, so I can just change it there. And it's got its own template, CSS, JavaScript, all that stuff too. So like if I want to override it, or That's how I was joking with Vibecode. I was like, if you want to raw dog it, you can just like come in here and straight up do it, you know, like it's nothing stopping you. But go through the edits and do the AI part, it just builds out this stuff for you is the main thing. Like, you don't have to worry about it, you don't have to think about it. But it's there if you want to like get down to the weeds with it. And then so I have so unified chat. This is OBS. I'm showing you this other side again. I'm trying not to like show there. So like I've got a custom docs, and this is also set up the same way. And so this shows me like how many people are watching on each platform, and like I've only had chats through YouTube. Oh wait, I did have one. I had that bot. I had that AI bot come through. So like, yeah, so the bot was in Twitch, so it popped there. And I can click this and see like, you know, all the settings and stuff, and I have access to all the API stuff like within there. So I can like moderate it easily from one place. And I can like come in here and see the different events and that sort of thing too. And then the issue tracker. So like, you know, past issues and all that stuff. I don't have anything running right now, but that's here. Sponsors, all my sponsors, they're actually just me. So like that's all these are my apps. So I'm just, I put it here because I don't have any. It's just I'm adding it to eventually. I figured because this was initially going to be an app that I was going to release open source to other people, so other people would have sponsors. So like that's why I was adding it. I'm not trying to be presumptuous that I'll have sponsors or anything. Inspiration. This is probably controversial, but this is so like I'm trying to build so like my content. So I've got like when I do streams, when I do these streams, I'll grab one. Let's see. I don't have outlines for this one, but where's one I got some? Don't have. It hasn't been working great. Here's one. So this one, I created some. But the idea is that I can create content from these streams. So if I come in here and go to videos, I've got these plans and these videos. So these other like TikTok videos and short form videos. It'll go out and grab like the transcript and build an outline and do all this. It'll like understand what the stream is. And then like, well, how does it know how to edit? And how does it know what a hook is? How does it know what all that stuff is? So what this inspiration section is, as I found like, there's a few channels that are like self-help, and there's some that I just like the editing style and that sort of thing too. But like YouTube help videos and stuff, and it'll go out and watch these videos, do the same thing, and build these like points, these notes and takeaways and stuff. So it'll go through and build like these items that you can then come here and like watch it, and it'll timestamp it and go into the certain spots to where I can like watch it. But it then takes those and builds the video. So if I come back here and it's hit or miss. Like it's not, it had some, if it was coherent, I was happy. Like that was the bar to start with, and I want to do more with it. But yeah, so basically it'll create a video from it, and then it'll get all the shots. It'll try to find it in the within the footage. Things that I need to shoot, I can do that. And then there's a growth directive. So all the stuff that it learns from those videos, it'll do that and like build those directives. And then it takes that, it'll automatically cut the videos based on that stuff. And it creates like a script and direction and everything too. So like there's a direction for it. There's the script for it. I'd say it's probably 15, maybe 20% of the time it's got a video that's kind of coherent that like I would post, you know, but not super happy with it at the moment. But it has shown some promise, so I want to keep working on it. And other stuff too is I want to actually get it to where I can just have a way to mainly just plan a video, sort of plan shots and do that sort of thing too, and like just use AI to sort of assist that. So I'm still doing this. I'm not like automatically generating it. Like I want to be able to create the scripts. And there's other things I have too. So like I have OBS stuff, and there's even things like I have like routines and things that happen on my stream that are controlled from here. Where's the other stuff? So like if I come in, I could create a video. trying to think of where the best way to show this. Plan a video. Let's just say a long form video. It would demo video. I can capture new footage. I can record from OBS. And then if I do this, there's a teleprompter. But I need a prompt. I need a script for it though. But like it actually has like teleprompter stuff too. And then like another thing I can do too is see this little. It's hard to see it because I have these overlays down here. But I can hide and show the app. So I'm clicking one button, right, and it's hiding and showing it. Or it's also right here too, hide and show from capture. So like I can have this video up while I'm recording and it's not actually being captured in OBS. There are a lot of features. There's a lot of features in this app. But it also like goes back and like reviews analytics and gives me like sort of post-mortem on that. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that it does. And that was kind of the problem, was like it was becoming more of a personal app for me. It's a kitchen sink app, and so I was like, well, I'll make the repo private, and you know, I'll take the features and things that I'll like and sort of feel like will be a solid product, and sort of like pull it out of this into its own thing. Because this too. Wait, am I in the right app? Yes. Okay. So this app, I also have website management stuff in here too, and so like this is my site, like my website, and I built it from this. And once I had this functionality sort of going to go, that's when I sort of cut this app out of that one, if that makes sense. But this one is more like intended to be launched as a product. And kind of like what you were saying too, like, you know, it's marketing is a big part of everything now, and like getting it out there, getting people to use it. So me doing the live stream and sort of doing that, and because as I'm building all this stuff on stream, and you know, I want to get into like all the aspects of shipping the application, going through all the CI/CD stuff, security. I mean, like the whole process I want to go through. But I want it to be sort of like an interactive thing, because like some of the goals that I want to create are like, I've seen some other like Vibecode streamers that are doing like ARR goals. I want to make $1 million, or I want to, you know, buy a house. All great goals, all great. But I want to have something that's, I don't know. So like my goals would be, I want to have a fleet of different apps that do different features that are all helpful, that are all priced at a sane place to where it makes sense to get the app as opposed to vibe coding your own. And I want it to be a vibe coding tool. Like I want people to be able to get the app and then use it to then extend it to what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily want it. It's not a one and done thing. Like it's going to be, it's going to complement hopefully whatever workflows people have. You know, I'm not trying to replace workflows. I'm trying to complement them. And yeah, hopefully I can use that as sort of a fun way to sort of gauge it. So like, you know, where some people are tracking I am also tracking followers and subs and all that stuff too. But it will be, I don't know, I feel like more fun. It would be a different way to do it. And it gives me a way to sort of knock off the dust of some of these projects, like Rapid, for example. Like this thing, I launched it back in February, and you know, I've done a few talks on it at open source conferences, and I've had a few people use it and give some feedback. And if actually it's awesome. Like it's a fucking great feeling to get feedback on your app. But you know, it's like it's still kind of like lost interest a little bit, you know. So it's like, I don't know, if I had a way to kind of force myself to put it back in the, like what I'm doing now, like I'm talking about it right now, you know, to kind of keep the ball rolling, you know. But hopefully the stream and doing what I'm doing now helps add some structure to it. But yeah, that's kind of, but again, kind of what I was saying, it goes back to marketing, everything now. And yeah, that's the main thing. Like it's just trying to get that set up. And this will be here too. Like I'll be trying to market this and do that as well. But this is a little different because I mean I work in the industry, so I'm hoping I can give this to a few folks and like they'd be able to like it. And I'm doing some like Next.js is simple enough, but like connecting it with Drupal, WordPress, and connecting it with as like a content data source between all of them, like that's actually something that's not, I mean, you know it or you don't, but I mean, like, they're very popular CMSs, Drupal and WordPress. Obviously WordPress, but Drupal's a lot more power. Like, it's a lot of power under the hood, and I feel like it's going to be coming up more so in popularity in the next few years. They're in a good position with everything that's happening now, just from the history of documentation that they have on the web. I mean, how well documented it is, how opinionated the API is. Like, it complements the AI world very well. And historically, it's always been a pain in the ass to work with, just because it's more complex and you have to go build a bunch of shit. But you don't really have to do that now, because like you've got LLMs that do that stuff. So like you can work more in an abstraction layer, like a much higher than what you would used to have to go do. And so like, yeah, you can fly through Drupal now, and that's the big thing. So like I feel like that's a gem in the open source world, and it's a very nice CMS. Provides a lot of services out of the box. Great, love it. But I pair it with Next.js a lot, so like you can select it. Like you can select this. Like when I built this site, this plan, this one is set up for it's built headless. Drupal is the content store, and then like we go to source control here. I'm sorry, content here. Oh, there isn't a sitemap for this site yet, is there? Yeah, there's not one. It's a brand new site. It hasn't been generated yet, but anyway, like there's yeah, it's fucked up. I need to a bug here. When a site does not have a sitemap, we should have error handling for that, so that we don't get in a loop. Hey, it's a nice break, man. That's funny, man. You're like me. Like I'll a time off and a break, a vacation from like work is like more work. I went to the beach like a few weeks ago, and everybody went to sleep, and I'm like out on the front porch. It was awesome. Like listen to the ocean and shit in the background. But I was still like, I had like 2 laptops going. I had my work laptop, my personal laptop, both running Claude Code, cooking, just straight cooking. Everybody was sleeping. I'm out there like Claude Code, Vibecoding. It was awesome. It was the shit. Yeah, I've got a few more apps I want to build too. I've got I need to get back to SiteDash as well. I need to kind of get that version launched. This is annoying me. I'm gonna go away from that. But program. What's your process like? Like what is VS Code written as? Is it .NET? C#? What is the
some changes, because this isn't really about replacing programmers.
Song is so cringe.
Millions more people can finally tell a computer what they want to create. The designer with an idea, the teacher with a problem, the mechanic who knows a better way.
A lot of these songs are, but
come on. Yeah. Run MCP.
yeah, with Rapid Rabbit, it wasn't too bad. It's basically just merge into main, and then once it gets merged in, it's Jesus take the wheel, but everything's running through GitHub Actions. Oh, an Electron app, nice. Oh my god, dude, 8 hours. Yeah, that does sound exhausting. Holy shit. I'm using Whales IO, so it's like Electron. It's like a Go based Electron. an open source project. Small. Well, it's like a group of developers. It's not like any org or anything behind it, but I like it. I like it a lot. And cross-platform, but yeah, it's like a Go-based Electron. Done a little bit on Electron. There's also Tari too with Rust, which I also want to look into. Damn, 8 hours. That's insane. Why does it take so long? Is it just like waiting for everything to get signed? I know I've run into that sometimes where it's like it takes forever to get things signed. Then I'll hit like the same
Issue queue item resolved.
Yeah, see, I got enough. That's the. Let me restart or recompile this. This is a thing I gotta fix too. Actually, here, let me do this. Let me add in another one here. So, oh no, I can't do that from here. Shit. I was going to ask it because what I have to do to rebuild this, which I just gotta go. I gotta spend like 10 minutes and go through this config for Goland, but I gotta build it. I usually have it to where it builds first and then it runs the dev server, but I had Claude set this up, and so it's set up as 2 separate processes. So like I need to, in some cases I need to go build first and then run the dev server, just to like clear out all the caches and all the stale artifacts and stuff. 40,000 files, big, yeah. Not bad, man. Yeah, I bet that is a massive code base. Yeah. Well, it's good you're going over and like manually reviewing everything. But do you have other people that are working with you, or is it just you? Okay, so this is built. Now I can. Oh, damn it. I never pulled down my updates. Damn. That's sick that you got people using it in India, though, man. I would shit the first time. I got one. Dude, I've got one person. One person on RapidRabbit. And that one person is me. I paid for it myself. So I'm actually losing money on it. I always joke that, like, I'm like laughing at these other streamers that have like ARR goals, and it's like I got $0. I'm at like negative ARR because I've paid money in Stripe fees mainly just to see if it's working. But yeah, I got this. I'm losing money on this, but the overhead's pretty low. I mean, probably outside of the, I think it's like $8 a month is my entire overhead for this. So this content wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was content. It's kind of the main thing. And I was able to deploy it from the chat, which is kind of sick too. But all right, restart. And are you from the States? Where are you from? You said you got a bunch of folks using it in India. But... Connecticut. Oh, that's right. You did say Connecticut earlier. Nice. But yeah, that's not bad. So I can show you the let me close that out. All right, let's here, I'll show you. Was it v3code.dev, right? All right. You like the site? The site is pretty sick. Oh, that's. I mean, I know that's AI generated, and I know like people are like, "Oh, it's AI generated is bad," but like, fuck, it's kind of sick. It's kind of awesome. Yeah, I don't like that. A little graphic going through a wormhole. warp speed. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I like that a lot. I squirrel and stuff like that though. Ooh, that's pretty slick. That's a nice touch. Putting customer in there instead of a name. Local by default? Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, we should be friends, man. Like we're feels like we're doing some similar things. Oh shit, you got a Discord too? Wait, where'd it go? All right, here, I want to get back to what I was trying to do though. So I wanted to show you the process of a site. So let's say new site. What's your site in? Next or WordPress? What you got here? React? Just straight React? Yeah, well, there were some, dude. There were some GIFs on there that I saw. I didn't go down too far. I just saw it the first few posts. And I saw the CLI terminal. I was like, that thing looks sick. Sounds like a party, man. I felt like a party was about to go down. Awesome. All right, so what I wanted to do, do you fuck with LLM syntax? Do not. Okay. All right, let's you have a sitemap? Change log pricing, dev, careers, okay. What's your change log and docs? I kind of want all of it. Oh, that's a different site. That's why. Okay. Or that's why it's not near. No, I just want to show you like what this thing can do. Vite plus React. You said yours is React, so I'll do that. I'll do v3 code and dev, but let's do v3 code demo. There we go. It needs to jump straight into the plan. I'll add that right now because I've been meaning to do that a few times. So when we create a new site and are routed to the site, and we should open up the build a plan. We land on the page. I'll just add that. So I'll open it though. So now this will just open up the interaction. So this is like, hey, you know, it starts with a chat. And I need to work. This is sort of like the first pass of what it asks and how it interacts with you. But hey, good to have you here. What's the site for in a sentence? This is a website demo to show a friend how this application works. I have a website that I would like to use to create a simple demo website that shows off their product. While we're doing that, I'll go grab what's your logo? Just a couple of, actually, I guess I should probably not be a dick. Is it okay if I do this? Because I'll be like copying your logo and stuff. I'm not obviously launching or anything. I just kind of want to show you how it works. I'll delete it after we're done. Sick. All right. Awesome. You're not a noob and you did not just drop straight images in your shit, so it's going to be a little more difficult. Here, let's see if we can find somewhere else. Then you got vector in there too. Yeah, I bet you got vectors for everything. I haven't really considered vectors yet. Fuck, okay. I And I could probably go find it on Twitter, though. I bet you your social media stuff is probably where you got the other ones. I just need some logos. There. Let's see.
Issue queue item resolved.
It's flying through it on my Mac. Why did my mouse just stop working? My scroll just stopped working. Oh no. Chrome sort of bricked for a second here. Yeah, that's what it is. Just trying to find one that's like transparent, maybe. All right, I'll just use this one here. So here is a version of the logo. So like you can paste in your images and stuff. And what does your friend's product actually do? All right, so let me just go. Earlier, I got the argument that I got into because I was like, you should be able to go to a website and read the motherfucker. I was getting mad because I was like, you can do this in the chat, you can do this in like 5 other places, but for whatever reason, I wasn't doing it here. And I was mad, and I was like, you can do it. And it's like, no, I can. It was like arguing with me. Kind of funny, but the website is here. Are you able to read it? No. Because that would be so much easier. That's how people want to interact with it. They just want to like grab the. Okay, here we go. Tool search. What's doing? Tool search. WebFetched. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, cool. So it can do it now. Yeah, because it was like, I can't do that. And I was like, yes, you can. It's like, no, I can't. I know what I can do. And I was like, no, you can, bitch. I wrote you. And like we were going back and forth. It was yeah. Like I said, for the first time I got mad at a chatbot in like almost 2 years. It had to be my chatbot, you know? All right, so as I'm having this conversation, it's building, well, it should be building this plan. That was one of the things that was supposed to have fixed, but okay, so the demo is meant to be a better version of landing page. It's not really a better version. Wait, what does it say? So the demo is meant to be a better version of that landing page. Same job, done properly, or something they don't have yet. It's just to demonstrate our product. It doesn't have to be better, just needs to talk about their product. It's going to be difficult to replicate to top what they have. But if you want to give it a shot, go for it. I actually need to re-update the landing page. The doc's pretty current. It's hard because of all the work I put into it. Oh yeah. Yeah, what I've oh shit, what tool is this I was working on? It was one for work. What I did was I have my docs, or no, is this Claude in the chat? Yes, it is Claude. It's Claude, but it has a soul.md. So like it's got a personality. Like it's still Claude though. Specifically, it's Opus 4.8, I think. I don't think I've updated it to go 5.0 yet. Okay, I'll have a go. Troubles tagline, AI that understands your code. Give me a dozen different things. What does it actually do that VS Code and Copilot it doesn't? It's more of an account thing in that you own the data. It's on your own device and nothing is reported back to backend servers. I think that's accurate, but or at least that's how I interpret it. Yeah. No, so it's not a loop. It's running the SDK, but it's not running a loop. Now, in order to get my debug thing to work, that is a loop. But yeah, it's not a loop using Claude. It's running as an embedded process within the application. So it's like running it. It's like, think of it. It's almost like it's running its own little mini Claude code session with standard out. Not exactly it, but you kind of think of it like that. Or if you like piped it out into the, you know, what it is, I can then take a hold of that and interact with it and run it as an interactive session. But that's a much sharper pitch than a tagline. Code never leaves your machine. Who's that landing with the most? Individual devs who don't want their work used for training, or people or companies where security. A lot of cloud AI near your repo. I'd say the latter. But anyone who wants to also use their own account and not have to pay a fortune to a third party and just use their native LLM accounts. Wait till you're using it and remembers everything did months ago. Oh no, mine goes back further than that. So the tool, one of the tools I was trying to show you, one of the ones I built for work, I deployed it in January. So January 7th or so I went back to work. It had project level and task level context on everything that I worked on. So like all of the comments that happened in the ticket trackers that we used, the all of the commits, the commit history, the PRs, everything. It had access to everything. And it also helped too that I actually worked with a really good project manager that like did a really good job of like capturing requirements and stuff for that. So like what he was capturing was like the best prompt that I could ever ask for in like 99% of the time. But I was able to basically use it for 100% of the tasks that I worked on. I mean, even things that like I probably didn't need to use it for, I still did it for. But the benefit of that was in May, I was leaving that job, getting a new job, and I was able to draft like the most elaborate offboarding documentation you have ever seen. Like I had all these docs on like project level docs, task level docs. I had all of like, so we used, what was that? We used, shit, what is it? It's, crap, it's like one of these AI meetings tools, not Loom. There's, not Zoom either. It's, shit, what's that? Anyway, it's one of these AI like conferencing tools that like, it'll join your Zoom calls and it'll like run transcripts and stuff. Works really well. And, but anyway, so we had that set up. So there's an API for that. So I built like an API for it and built MCP servers for all of that. But it was great because my offboarding documentation, I was able to say like in all the tasks, like this is where the client talked about it, and like provide an inline link where they click it. It just went straight to the recording video, like exactly where they were saying it, where we talked about it. But I was able to like, God, it was like 300 or 400 pages worth of documentation. And I set it up in two ways. It was like a high level set of docs. I was like more intended for like humans to read, like the people who would be working on it. But I also had deeper, more technical stuff. And it was like completely for AI, you know what I mean? It was like for Claude. It was like, you know, a handoff to the robots basically. And because I knew they were going to be using Claude to like digest it and try to like understand it. So it was like, you know, this is your version that you can read and kind of get a high level of what everything is. Here's all the links to the Zoom calls and all that stuff. But then like deeper into it, you know, it had like all the docs for Claude. I had never like, and like I was able to continue working the entire time. So like that probably took me 45 minutes to generate, and it was all just sort of a back end process. Like I didn't really have to think about it. And it worked beautifully, and like a lot of complex stuff too. Like, I mean, really complex stuff, a lot of like novel complex stuff, you know. Anyway, here, I want to say this. So that's a good split. One group can't use cloud tools at all. Doesn't want to pay for them twice. Yeah, actually, that's true. Or at least I think that's true. That's how I interpret it anyway. Which of these two is a demo aimed at? Speak to both. Okay, so do you have screenshots? Oh, wait, here we go. So, showing things. I mean, okay, like these are good questions and stuff for to ask, and you have screenshots that I can use. Grab. What is this? Oh, there's your logo. Oh yeah. Another playlist here. All right. Grab. Copy to my damn clipboard. What am I looking at right now? Oh, this is a straight up. Oh, this is like the web web IDE. I'm sitting here trying to take a screen or trying to like right click it and grab a screenshot from it. It's late. It's like almost 1 a.m. where I'm at. Where's just some basic screenshots? I know you've got them. Probably Twitter, and that's probably where I need to go. I just want to grab a couple. I was trying to go to your Discord earlier, but yeah, this is what I saw earlier. I was like, yo, that's kind of sick. Where is the damn? Come on, I just want a screenshot. Great. That's why I left Twitter earlier, because it like shit on my PC so hard. Oh my god, I need to get this thing fixed. You know what? I'm just gonna, you know, if I can't even click any tab on it. Code v3 code. It's not what I meant to do. Editor is the second image with the orb, actually. Oh. I want to grab this one for sure, because I love that one. Is she on your site? Stuff. That is though. I know that is. I think it's thick. I think it's a cool picture. I'll just use that. I mean, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying for demo purposes. Here's a demo screenshot. You get the you're into this, so you kind of understand. Like, I'm just grabbing an image. Editor is the second image with the orb, actually. Let me see if I can go back there. Did I just miss that? Second image with the orb. Am I missing it? This? Why is it grab URLs? Yeah, see, I'm doing some stuff with PRDs too. Or it's like hands-free way to run the agent just by talking. Oh, nice. Oh, is this what this is? Bring. Maybe there's probably one of the. I'm actually like really excited to use this. Just want a picture. Diagram model. Okay. Okay. Got a nice website here. Can I get this at least? Fucking video. Damn it. Damn it. You have a sweet site. I think that's fine. I think it's enough for a demo. Got it. Can't see it myself, but I'm sure it's nice, is what the bot's saying. Bitch. I will write up the plan here. See, one of my bugs that I was trying to fix was like, it's because it should be updating the plan, and like, yeah, dude, like that was good. That was great. Couldn't copy fucking any of those images. But your lighthouse scores are pretty good too. So this is the plan that I created. Demo site built to hand over to a friend to show them how the application works. Subject is friend's old product. That okay, good. Does not have to beat the existing landing page. Again, I like that landing page. Their words doesn't have to be better. Just okay, yeah. So I selected Vite and React TypeScript mainly because I haven't tested this one yet. And yours seemed like it was straight React. And if I had to guess, maybe Vite, but I don't know. I didn't dig too deep into it. Do you find it interesting that I was using the English, like the UK version of the word? And it's not just here. I've seen it like used a lot in a bunch of the UK. So actually, I bet this is using Opus 5. That's where I started noticing it a lot more at. But anyway, whether it's okay, I'll take that. I mean, it's not. I could probably sit there and tweak it all day, but we'll build it. Yeah, even for like, I generally hate these little things right here because they're not performant, but this one is actually pretty performant. Like, I like this little stopper here. Probably one of the better implemented ones that I've seen recently. Anyway, I mean, seen a bunch of them, but yeah. So it'll go through. I'm using DDEV. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but it's really popular in the Drupal and WordPress world, more so in the Drupal world. But it's awesome. It just handles all of like the local development stuff, and it's cross-platform. So like, again, I'm on Windows, like WSL2, and works great with that. Works even better on like Mac OS and Linux. It's just like butter. But yeah, so it's configuring the environment. It's basically wiring up with React and Vite. It'll grab a screenshot. It'll build sort of the page. It'll set up all the stuff it needs to do, and it'll, start it and check for answers. And I have the ability to, I might not be able to do it from Windows now. I have the ability to launch it in Grok URL, so like you can share your local URL to a remote friend. There's just a setup process. I haven't done it on my Windows machine yet. It's not too hard to do. It's just I gotta work out a few more things on Windows. I've got it. It's nailed down on Mac OS. Like really, it's like the authentication piece I gotta figure out with Windows, and it's mainly because of like you don't have as much flexibility with like installing applications in Windows like programmatically, like through the command line. There's a little bit more you have to kind of consider. Which again, I usually don't talk to folks who are familiar with like building apps. I'm sure you probably know. You probably tell me more about that than I can. But yeah, it'll rock through this process. Takes, I don't know. I mean, it depends on the size of the site and what you're building. So like if I were like this one that I built with like a Drupal backend with the Next.js front end, it took a little bit longer because it's setting up a Drupal site. Like a straight up CMS, a LAMP, like a Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, setting up all those services. setting up all that stuff in addition to the Next.js site, in addition to the DDEV configuration. It handles all the routing and stuff too. Yeah. The nice thing about this is it's all local, and then once you're done with it, it's pretty quick to like deploy it to. The Cloudflare is going to be a target of this, so, or at least for some of them. For the Next.js stuff, it's going to be a target. Well, the Node.js stuff, not just Next.js. But while we're waiting for this one, I can go show you another one. So like with this environment, it's got a so if I go like open the site, so like the URL, like it's got its DDEV, so like it's handling DNS for you. It's also handling HTTPS with valid HTTPS, which is sick, and it's like running the dev server for Node and all that stuff automatically, and keeps it up to date. It's like hot reload. So if it errors out, it'll restart it and resolve it. But this was out of just one prompt though. So like the last one that I did, go back to where did I do this? Yeah, here. I mean, it built all that content from, so the plan, the initial plan was here, and it wasn't great. It wasn't it was a very quick conversation that I had with the bot, and it built sort of a shitty demo. But then I had this conversation, was like, let's review it now, the content. And I think you were here when I was doing this, but it like went through and built the rest of the content and added the stacks and all the other stuff. And I can do more too. So like if I come back to here and like come back to this conversation for these stacks, let's add all of the appropriate service platform logos too. It'll take a minute. It'll like, go through and start hitting its tools and stuff. And usually when it starts doing that, I'll just close the check. So if you close it, it just runs in the background. Like, all right, so it started. So it's going through. Close that and see it's still running. So I can come back. While we're looking at that, we'll go back to the site. Looks like it's running. Did it actually finish? Yeah, it did. Sick. So it is. Okay. Well, it makes sense why that's the image that I gave it. That was the screenshot that I gave it. And it's terrible. Like, very bad. So let's come back here. Oh wait, so here's the permission. So asking for some info here. So let me just say always. Yeah, it's pretty quick. But yeah, there it goes. So it was asking for the permissions to grab the screenshot, is what I think it was doing. And then if I come back here and if I set up a new conversation. Shit, I shouldn't have done that. I still have that active convo. Well, that might be a bug I need to fix. Yeah, see, it's still. And so that's interesting. And so it's, yeah, okay, I gotta fix that. But I mean, you typically can't have multiple chats in Claude and ChatGPT either. Like, you usually kind of do one at a time. I think. I mean, you can have multiple like sessions, but no one like application instance. I think you can only have one chat at a time with desktop anyway. I think that's the case. I think if you start one and go over to another one and start another one, it stops the first one. I think. It used to be that way anyway. Couple of the one that I was streaming from earlier. It's a MacBook Air. It's a really cheap MacBook Air. It's a 256 gig M5. It's a nice laptop. It's just I cheaped out with the storage when I got it, and it's like so full at this moment. Like I gotta go through and really think about what to purge. But yeah, it's like an M5 MacBook Air. It's great. It's fine. I love it. I like the small form factor of it. I really like the portability and light battery lasts forever. For work, I've got a MacBook Pro, also an M5. That one's got, I think, 64 gigs of RAM on it. It's got a shitload. I think a 1 terabyte hard drive on it. But it's only for work though, and I can't like use it for. I mean, I guess I could, but I mean, I get in trouble. You know, all right. It's like work only. Like it's a work supplied laptop. Wouldn't mind getting like a Mac Studio or whatever the modern Mac Mini is. I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be pretty sick. But I would also would want to update my KVM switch because I have a nice KVM switch to kind of get back and forth between my Windows and between my work PC and my Mac. So like in the morning I just like kick the KVM and it goes over my Mac, and I'm using my 3 monitors, keyboard, mouse, even my camera, microphone that I'm using now, the webcam that I normally use on my stream, and the first stream that I haven't had a webcam on. But that's connected to it too. Stream Deck, so I got a Stream Deck also connected for work, and like I've got it all set up for work and stuff because we use Google Meet and they don't have a good like green screen handling, so I'm using like OBS there too and handling my own green screen shit. But yeah, works great on my Mac. Just this Windows machine motherboard, just we'll get it fixed though. But yeah, I definitely want to get more. Like I'm on my Mac right now. It's like when I submit a ticket. So like when I submit a ticket from so this chat, the one like the actual chat, this is happening on my Windows machine. But if I submit a bug, like through my bug report, that goes through my Mac because it goes like it adds the issue queue to GitHub, and then my Mac I got a loop running on my Mac on Claude Code, and that is hitting the repo looking for issues, and if it finds them, it just pulls it down, it checks it out, and starts working on it, and it resolves it and pushes it back up, and it's all tied to so like there's a skill that's in the app too. So where is it? Oh no, it's under here. Skills. So there is an application skills, and there's this AI debugging one right here. And this is like how it goes through, and like all the logic behind all that is happening here. And it's just like that. So the other one, so like at a glance, so I have this like high level skill that's like, this is how the application works and this is how everything's connected. So it starts here and then it spiders out. It hits other skills, which some of these top level skills, they reference other skills. So it like, you know, there's all like a bunch of nesting and stuff that happens. Not as much here because it's still kind of getting started. But eventually it would. And all of the platforms have their own dedicated skill. And you can add your own skills and then reference the other skills. So like I've got one for Drupal, one for Next.js, and I got one for Drupal and Next.js. And you can build different ones for different things and all that sort of stuff. And the idea is that it's flexible. So like I have these stacks. This is what I think people would want to use. But you could add your own thing. And because DDEV is just Docker under the hood, it'll wire up anything that you can wire into Docker. So, which is fucking damn near everything. Yeah, it just lets you build out stuff quickly and set up like build plans from it. And wait, what's this chat? Is it done? So what do we say for stacks? It's all the approved platforms and logos too. So I was adding some content changes to this app stacks. So yeah, there we go. Added logos. There you go. So all that originated from this chat. And then like let's this is kind of trash. So let's go and come here. Let me go back to the chats here, untitled chat. Okay, so this is, it was bugged, so I gotta fix it to where when I start a new chat, if I have a, it's one for tomorrow. It's after 1 a.m. and I gotta crash, but I gotta work in the morning, take the kids to school, and it's gonna be a early morning. But yeah, so this, so it's because I opened the chat from the site, like it knows that like this is what I'm talking about, this site. And so like let's build out more of the content. Let's also add a dark light mode, because I don't want to get flashbang every time I go to the site, or like I don't want it to be like looking at the Ark of the Covenant and like, you know? Let's add more pages and routes to the nav. Let's add a sitemap.xml. So just like high level shit. I mean, like there's, when you're doing real stuff, there's a lot more involved with what I'm doing here, obviously. But I'm just kind of giving you top. Dude, I've only been working on this thing for a week. So I've only worked on it for a week, but really I've worked on it for like probably 15, 20 years at this point. And it's just, you know, a lot of thought and a lot of time has gone into building similar tools. And I have a lot of different, like I said, I've got this, like this whole chat right here. It's pretty much lift and shift from here for the most part. And so I have a lot of examples of stuff where I'm grabbing other features and things. You can file it. It's like, you know, it's doing all the same stuff. And these are all like, this is an MCP server and an MCP client. So like if your tool is also like making use of MCP and you have an MCP server running on that, I would be able to connect to it from this. That's why I'm like, that might be kind of interesting, because it sounds like you have a more fleshed out version of what I was building with SiteDash. That's more general purpose, which again, I'm kind of building my own interpretation of it. I'm going to have to take a deep dive into it while I'm waiting for some things to build tomorrow. But sounds dope. Sounds cool. I'm surprised you don't have more people actually using it. Okay, so here we go. Ask these more permission. So I'm trying to like get, you know, I'm trying to be above board with all this stuff. Like I could just try to, I'm trying to you know what I mean? So let's build it out more. How much do you want to allow? For every site or just what I asked for? You know, let's just say always, but just for this site. And everything that you're looking at, it's going to be part, like I intend it to be part of like the free tier of the application. Have you noticed any traction from it, from the content creator who was doing it? I mean, dude, I would say like, oh, I'll do it, but like, been like the only person here all night. Usually, I do have more folks here. I think the lack of a camera, damage things. But I mean, I usually have like 5 to, oh shit, 20,000 views. That's awesome. I'll still show it off though. And I mean, I'll give you an honest feedback on it. Like, and mainly because like I feel like when they're hearing you talk about it, it's like, God damn, going through. So it's like, yeah. Like, you could pay me by like, you know, maybe checking out my app and give me your feedback, you know, once I get it public, you know, that'd be sick. That'd be awesome. 20,000 views though. 1,000 downloads. That's awesome. How are you tracking downloads? So are you, when you building stuff, are you like kicking over to GitHub or some sort of like, or like AWS and tracking it through the logs or something? Google Cloud or something? That was the thing with Rabbit. I cheaped out with DigitalOcean, and they don't really have a extensive API for their logs yet, so it's kind of hard for me to track actual downloads. I can track user accounts, but I don't have any of those yet.
Yo. What that model want? More context? Nah. Don't burn another million tokens on that. Check the cache. Prompt cached. Embeddings cache. Ready's down. Damn. Word up. Cache rules everything around me. All my Vibecoders, agent runners.
Like your binaries that you like, you have like binaries that people ultimately download, right? Like are those stored on like AWS or Google Cloud or something? If we go to your site, well, like, should be able to see it updating. Hang on a moment. Yeah, see here? It'll start by reading the site skill. Like it goes through and gets the skills that it needs, lists all the skills, and builds up the logic. But it was a huge website I built, repurposed. Okay, that was really good. Yeah, I mean, dude, I get these two applications mixed up when I'm navigating through them because they're the fucking exact same. But, yeah, I mean, if you got something that works well, man, use it. Rules everything. You know, my Run MCP album, I don't know, half the songs are kind of cringe, but some of them, man, some of them are kind of nice. Like, some were pretty catchy. I guess you gotta be into like mid to early 90s hip hop to get into some of these songs. Yeah, websites are my thing. Like I've been in that world for a long time. My day job, I work as a senior solutions architect for a hosting company. I do a lot of Next.js stuff and CMS and things that connect to Next.js. But before that, I worked in the agency world for, God, I mean, 15 years, like enterprise agency stuff. And before that, I owned my own. I had my own. I'm air quotes here, agency. Like it was me and a buddy. We had we rented a shop in the back of a room in the back of a coffee shop, and offered computer and web services. So like we would fix your computer, set up your own network, and build your website all under one roof. It was a great time. And I started working with Drupal. Like that was my tool of choice when I was doing all that. And it was, I guess the analogy that I usually use is like a bunch of these local people came to me asking for like a website. They were asking for like something to go check their mail basically. and, you know, maybe a scooter or something. And I was like building them a fucking rocket ship. Like I built them the, you know, Saturn V rocket to go check their mail in the front yard. And, oh wait, I got another permission here. Let's go always. And, yeah, I was basically giving these sites away. And I was like into it. I mean, obviously, I'm kind of a nerd, so I'm like really into it. And I started going to conferences because I saw that was a thing in the Drupal community. So I like went to some conferences, and I think I was telling like one guy that I was like, oh yeah, you know, I sold this site for like $700. It included like e-commerce. I went there, did on-site support for it for like, you know, 6 weeks, and just the jaw drop on the floor, like $700. And I was like, yeah. They're like, that's like 120K. And I'm like, wait, what? And so then it was just like, fuck the local people. I just started doing contract work, and then just doing a bunch of like Drupal work, like contract stuff, and they did a lot of work in like the DC area. So I did a lot of like government stuff and a lot of like big sites or big hedge funds or you know, NGOs and crazy shit. And it was nuts because I just sort of like walked into it, and yeah, it was just crazy. Been doing it ever since. All right, so this, I think it's supposed to be done now. Boom! Check it out. Again, like, for somebody who is just using NLP to like build a site from a little app, I think it's pretty good. I think it works pretty well. And also considering that like I only took a first pass at like these skills. Like I could go through and like because like what I want to do is like a general site, because it just sort of plops some shit on the screen, you know what I mean? So like I want to go through and have it like flesh things out a bit more. Not bad. Copy needed for this. I just go to the site and get it. I'll get into another fight with a bot if I ask it to do that now. 1 bill, not 2. Actually kind of a your account, your terms, what it costs you. This might be what a cloud editor. Is it a cloud editor though? Well, she's in VS Code. Maybe it has one, but I think that's wrong. Or maybe misleading. Maybe not wrong, but probably misleading in a way. They hear compliance. Yeah, see, this is another thing too. One of the company I used to work for, they were shitting on me because like I built like a SaaS tool. I built it to where it was like the data and it's like bring your own key, right? So like you would use your own API keys and do it. And they, I don't know, I was like pulling teeth to get my old company to like look at it, but they had a good point. I mean, they were like, you know, this, we don't know, like we try, like we know you know, like it's fine, but it's not, it's more about that, you know, you have to be able to like, you know, they had a lot of good points. And, you know, you have to get in, when you're starting to store data, you got to get into like compliance and a bunch of other shit. And, you know, it's really expensive because you have to have like third parties do it. You can't do it. You know, you have to have a third party do it because you're biased, you know, like you want to give yourself, obviously, you know, of course. So like, you know, it has to like SOC 2 and all the stuff that you have to go through. And by going local kind of removes that barrier, because then it's like, okay, now it's happening on your device that you have access to. And all the stuff that I was doing, you know, I was encrypting it in REST and running it through a hash. And so like it's past like your password plus a salt that gets created whenever the app gets like, it's a random salt that gets created when the app installs, you know, that plus your password like hashes the data, and that like secure. So I have like a whole fucking thing set up for like, you know, keeping data secure. And and like the app itself decrypts it. So like it's pretty cool how it works, I think. But the cool thing was, because it was a local app, it makes it to where like the overhead for distribution is a lot lower. Well, not distribution really, because it does cost a bit for like build and like hosting and bandwidth and stuff. In some models, like not, it depends on how you're doing it. But I was doing it through DigitalOcean, so I'm metered on like how much transfer, like how much bandwidth and stuff. It's for like, that's mine anyway. But mine's simple too. So like, not in SiteMaker Pro, but Rapid Rabbit, that other one I was showing you, that's it's all handled on DigitalOcean. That one's Next.js front end, Drupal back end, Drupal Commerce, Headless, and Stripe checkout. And so like Stripe checkout's going through and porting back to Drupal Commerce on webhooks, and that's being tracked by my CMS, which is then tied to the account, which is all Drupal. And then so whenever you authenticate with the website, you're authenticating against Drupal. But then if you're in the application too, so like, so if I go into settings and if I sign in, like I'm going to be signing in against here, let me, so yeah, I got a free plan. But yeah, so like I authenticate with against Drupal and everything too. So like all that's tied to like all my, I guess, DRM in a way is handled by Drupal user roles, and authentication built in with that, and all my updates and stuff. Like I can oh, see, I got a new update version. So if I need to update that, I can. Oh, I need to close it first. Yeah, it's been a while since I've launched this on my Windows machine. Yep, boom. Up to date. Sick. Let's see. Still already logged in. And then the cool thing too is like how I was showing you the bug reports, like up here. Now the user reports a bug, does something similar, and it also will go through and like test it and do that. So like I do have some cool stuff on this one too. And again, this was just like a little side quest that I did because I had a tool, SiteDash, that other one. It works well for indexing site structures. So like being able to like migrate like really complex field of data and stuff. Being able to migrate that in and out of Drupal and different applications. It works really well for that. But what it doesn't work well for is content. So I needed something to index content and be able to do things like grab a screenshot. So like, did I get screenshots here? I didn't. I had it turned off, but it grabs a screenshot too. So like you can get like the layouts of pages and that sort of thing, and grab the actual content and that sort of thing. But yeah, it just does it over the index. Yeah, just like a index, like you were saying. And it does light mode and dark mode too. But yeah, I got a ton of these little projects, and I'm hoping my stream could be a way that I can share a bit more of them. And this is the one I want to ship next. Like this is the one that I'm sort of actively working on. Just got the domain for it. Got some of the going sort of in the background. I'm going through like some the legal hurdles, if you will, to get everything sort of prepped for it and ready for it. That's part of the stream too. It's just like going through and talking about all that stuff, and hope people who are into vibecoding and want to be able to like build stuff and how do they actually ship it. Like that's kind of what this is about. I guess it's kind of self-help in a way, but it's more of like camaraderie than anything else too, because it's a tough world out there, and I think there's a lot of folks here, you know, can build stuff, but they don't really kind of know where to go after that. Look like a little update feature set up with all these too. Yeah, I don't want to add too much more to this. I just like really want to polish what I have in here. I mean, I've got more I can do to it. There's like a lot of CI/CD stuff I want to add. There's more into the production hosting side of things, like being able to connect. So like this one, I do have I think most stuff set up. So like version control set up, it's connected. My deployments are connected. And like I can do full end-to-end stuff here. So like if I need to, there was one actually I did want to do. I might do that and call it a night. It's already like my first one. Oh god, man, I thought it was broken. It was like 45 minutes, maybe less than an hour, but it was more than 30 minutes. I want to say it's like 45. But I also have a much smaller app than you too, so I think what you're saying, 40,000 files is a massive code base. So I could see it taking a lot longer. I want to do. Jesus Christ. I've had some that have been a lot less, though. I've had some that have been like 10 minutes less, even. I think I've had some that are like 7 or 8. I haven't pushed a new version in a while, though. I've got some bugs I need to work on the app that I need to push. There's actually a few updates I want to make to Rapid Rabbit. I might do that one night on stream. I wanted to add a search here. So, like, what I can do now, if I come back to, see, I mix up the apps. Come back here. And just open the local environment. So my local environment's not started. I got a local start. I need to clean up some of this interface too a little bit. Like, show that, like, you know, local environment wasn't started. It's all easy enough to do, though. I should bring it up now. Yep. All right, so streams, what is this? What a hydration issue. Yeah, don't worry about that. So, oh wait, I do have the search thing here. I just didn't push it yet. So here. Source control. Yeah, there we go. Search archive. Yeah, added that. So, like, I want to review these changes. So let me review those, and so it'll look at my changes, and it's like looking at to make a commit message, but it'll look at the changes, grabs like sort of what changed, and added search input to the committed was not pushed. Now I should be able to pull. Oh, the push feature's not there anymore. Shit. That's a regression. Okay. So let's say restore the ability to push mode 1. Let's make sure to push it over or move it over here. No, I didn't. I think the way that I've got my, because I have on my site, I've got it like updating these views and episode numbers and stuff. This is my local environment, so it's not entirely up to date. But the way I'm pulling it in is it's writing it to a JSON file and it's doing it over GitHub Actions. And I need to add it to the git ignore, so that way it stops adding it. I mean, it's going to introduce merge conflicts like every time. I need to fix that, but I should. This top feature here should have it, like the detects a merge conflict. It should be able to resolve it now. But that's a tough one because I know how like I'm running into them, and if I document that way, you know, I need to be able to work for other folks too. So. Oh man, but dude, it is 1:30 my time. It is incredibly low. It's 1:30 your time too. You're in Connecticut, so I mean it's late for you too. But unfortunately, I have to get up early in the AM and take my kid to school, go to the gym, come back here, clean up the house a little bit, go to work. Like it's gonna be a busy day tomorrow too. But I try to stream every night. That's my goal. And I've been doing this for about a month. I've been doing it a lot longer. I used to have a gaming channel and stuff back in the day. So it's not my first rodeo, but it's I've been back in this grind for about a month. I used to do like electronic videos and stuff a while back, but I want to get more back into that too. I've got some cool Vibecode stuff in that realm as well. But yeah, man, appreciate you stopping by, and I'm definitely going to check out the app. I'm going to check it out tomorrow, actually, and I don't know if I'll be able to use it at work, but I definitely can use it on my Mac on the side. So, yeah, thanks again, dude, and have a good night. Gotta figure out how to turn off my shit again. Yeah, so it's like a routine that happens whenever I stop the stream. So let me go a scene switcher. All right. See you folks later.